I'm Aaron.
And I'm Trina, and we're the D&D Bears.
So today we thought we would take a slightly more casual approach, as you can see, and kind of have just a chat with you about our first D&D experiences. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about our very first D&D experience, which just so happens for both of us wasn't actually that good. And then we'll talk about really our second D&D experience, or the experience that made us go from kind of meh about D&D to being like, oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome.
So the first D&D character that I ever made was in 3.5, and I was a changeling.
I didn't know it was 3.5.
Yeah, it's 3.5.
Wow.
I used
cool.
to play that, and then I was really snobby about moving on to 5e. But then I was like, wait, this is like literally 10 times better. No controversy.
Yeah, sorry for all those who love 3.5. We're just 5e kids.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was a changeling, scion, I believe it was. So I had like...
What is a scion?
It's like a psychic power type of person.
Oh, that's cool.
To be honest, I don't really remember that much about it. I just kind of remember, because in 3.5 you have like abilities that you have, and then it's like you can use this once a day or once a session or like something like that. And it's more like structured and like these are my 3 moves that I can do, which was nice because then you can do more than just hit. You actually have moves, but at the same time it kind of took away from the roleplay aspect, I thought. Anyways, I digress.
Probably wasn't the best thing or the easiest for a brand new player.
Well, it was okay. I think that my biggest issue came that I had no idea what I was doing and never talked. Also never used my abilities, really. I was a changeling and I like never changed. I think I forgot I could change. It's like the type of thing.
It's like in your name.
I was making a character, but I was making it alone online, and I had no idea what I was doing, and they were like, oh, this is a shapeshifter, and I was just like, oh, frick yeah, I want to be a shapeshifter, and I chose it, and that was the end of that. Nice.
Yeah, so my first time playing D&D, I started after Katrina. But before I played D&D, I actually was really into a roleplay game called Warhammer 40K. It's very, very similar. Many of you probably know about the Warhammer franchise. I've only done the roleplay. I haven't done any of the table, like, miniature stuff, though that looks cool. But it's basically D&D, but kind of more sci-fi and futuristic. They have like power armor, kind of like from Fallout, and guns, and they still have melee stuff. But the system itself is quite different in the way that you roll. You only roll D10s, or D100s. So it's just quite different. And so when Katrina was actually the one that introduced me to D&D, and I was just kind of stuck into like, Warhammer's awesome, and anything that was even slightly different, I was like, this is stupid.
To be fair, though, I don't think I was the best DM at the time either.
Well, and I did not have the best attitude at all. I was comparing every single thing to Warhammer, and I wasn't saying, oh, is this better or is this worse? It's just, is it different? If it is, it sucks. And then that's basically my mind frame. Because, in Warhammer, every time you level up, you can use your experience to buy different skills. So every single time you level up, you not only get more skills, but you get to choose it, and you always feel like you can see the difference.
Every time you play, not every time you level up. Every time you play, you get to choose different things.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you get some extra stuff every time you play, so you feel cool. Like every time you play in D&D, I was like, oh my gosh, what? We've gone several sessions and we haven't even leveled up, and then oh my goodness,
we get anything for it.
Yeah, and then I leveled up. What did I get? Oh, big deal. I can speak to animals now, or or something like that. Like D&D, it does have amazing abilities when you level up, but compared to being able to get little things every single time you play, and then some level ups you just don't get much at all. Sometimes you get nothing, and I just thought that was so lame. So my first time I played a bard, and I didn't get magic. Warhammer doesn't have magic, so I wanted to play something that was magical, but I'm not back then I wasn't a supporty guy. I didn't like supporting, and so I was just like, I just want to crush people and sing at them. Anyways,
I want to crush people with my voice box.
Yeah, and so, and luckily Katrina didn't know the rules as well as she does now, so I got away with a lot.
Yeah. Remember when he just kept dimension dooring to like a bad guy, like again and again? I had no idea that there was a limit to how many times he could dimension
and they had
door.
to be willing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like this. Yeah, there's this bad guy, and we were supposed to, like, I don't know if we're supposed to assassinate him or what.
I don't remember.
But I was just like, okay, I run up there and I grab him and I just dimension door like 30 miles away, and she's just like, okay.
I was like, I don't know. I you take him.
Anyway, so it was not good in the sense that Trin didn't have the most experience, though really that doesn't matter that much. Really, what it came down to was that I had a bad attitude about it. And so I walked away saying, wow, this, D&D isn't nearly as good as Warhammer. I'm never going to play it again. And then I got Katrina to play Warhammer with me because I disliked it so strongly.
And I like Warhammer. It's fun. I appreciate a more sci-fi thing, so I like sci-fi as well, but...
Yeah. But we both actually like fantasy more. I just liked the system of Warhammer. Oftentimes we still played kind of like fantasy-based in the Warhammer system. I just liked the system better at the time. Little did I know I would soon make a transition.
So that was our first experience. Neither one of us had an amazing time. I probably had a better time than Aaron did because I got to sit through kind of a, it was a decent campaign. I just didn't participate at all because I had no idea what I was doing. And yeah. But then But we've played other campaigns that I've really enjoyed, and the first character that I played that I absolutely fell in love with and participated a lot in was a human character named Bora. She was a human, but she was like super, super tall, and by super tall, probably like 6'5", around there.
Very
That's
tall
pretty
for a
tall.
human
Pretty
girl.
tall for a human.
Yeah.
And she was like super fat and like I needed something to relate to. She was this like butt kicking baddie though, because she didn't fight with a normal typical weapon. I had a DM that was willing to work with me on what I wanted my weapon to be, and so I used a chair as my weapon.
What was that classified as? Like a mace or something?
I don't remember anymore. It was just... Yeah, I don't even
It's a very
remember. He just
strong
gave me
chair.
the chair, because we were playing on paper, so it's not like I had to enter it in. I just had my chair.
Right.
And it did a certain amount of damage. And it was like this reinforced, like, sturdy chair, because it did a lot of bludgeoning damage, but also it allowed for some awesome things where I could, like, trap people with the legs and spin it around and swing it all around. And it was the only thing she could sit in, because she was a very large woman.
Wow.
But yeah, she was super awesome and like a little like dumb. That's where my love of playing dumb characters came from. And she was constantly drunk. She had bottles of alcohol just tied to her body all over the place, and they were always full. And
I will say that Katrina is the queen of playing stupid characters.
I love it.
And she does it in a way that is just freaking hilarious. Anyways, so I wish I was there to see Bora, because I'm sure it was great.
It was. She was awesome. But yeah, she's the first one that I fell in love with.
Nice. And the first really D&D character and D&D campaign that I fell in love with was another campaign Katrina did, but this was, I don't know, a year or two later? Maybe more than that, actually.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 or 3 years.
Probably, yeah.
Later. No way, really? I don't know.
So.
It was a year or two later. We had been playing Warhammer a lot in the meanwhile, so she refined her DMing skills for one, and she is an absolutely fantastic DM. and she had spent some time, I think, actually getting to know D&D a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, versus before, I think you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you know, part one of the equation, the DM was excellent. Part two of the equation is I came in with a much better mindset. We had actually done a little, like, short little campaign, actually based after Critical Role.
Yeah, based off of that, yeah.
Where I was like, okay, I'm willing to try this again. And I tried it, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with the mechanics. So then we played this campaign. And in this campaign, I was a Goliath fighter, which is still, to this day, Goliaths are like my favorite race. I don't know what it is, but I just love being big, strong, and powerful. Probably because I'm, you know, flabby,
small
and,
little man.
you know, a squat, fat, flabby guy. Anyways, but I just love being big, strong, and powerful. So I had this big, strong, you know, fighter named Axel, and he was just very, you know, he, to a certain extent, he was calm and collective, but he still, you know, he liked fighting. He liked having a good time with the other campaign members. Actually, Katrina, which I'm sure you've seen in other videos, she is an artist, and she likes drawing our characters. So she drew me this shirt. I don't know how well you can see it. Hopefully we can zoom up here. But this dude right here, this is a shirt of all my favorite characters. And this dude right here is Axel. He's just this big old Goliath guy. You can probably see I did play a Goliath again. It's one of the only races I will be, because I like trying different races every time I play. And I just, I don't know what it is about Goliaths, I just love them. Anyway, so Axel, the Goliath, and we were with some great people, great DM, and he was just big, strong, and powerful. He was an Eldritch Knight, which, you know, optimization-wise was okay. But it was just a lot of fun, you know. I got to be big and strong, but I still had a little bit of magic that I could do things with. And we went through this big campaign, and he actually met this lady NPC and fell in love. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so fun. I'm like this big, huge warrior, but I have love. And, and you know, we were chosen warriors. And anyways, and I came to fall in love with the setting of D&D as well as the mechanics, and I came to really like the mechanics.
Yeah, and those are the two characters that we absolutely adored and fell in love with, and that is part of the reason why we are still playing D&D today and loving it. And
yeah, so if you're, you know, you're watching a lot of D&D videos, and maybe you've had a bad experience, or you've not had any experiences yet, give it a second. You know, try it more than once. Sometimes you just need to wait for the right DM with the right group at the right time. And if you can, and you know, it's not as complicated as all that. But give it a shot, and we know you'll like it. So, anyways, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We'll have other videos up here that you can click through and just see some other stuff that we've done.
remember to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye.